3 ways to have a happier retirement.
Hello, my name's John Combry, and welcome to this edition of Retire with Coffee. Good to see you, folks. Great to have you back with us again around the holiday season. Mike and I are just hanging out here talking about the Yuletide time of year and also thinking about what does it really take to have a healthy and happy retirement. So, Mike, I know you got some things in mind. Why don't you share with us so we can all kind of get in on the gig?
Yes, we got a fun show lined up for everybody today because we are going to go over 3 ways to have a happier retirement according to people. Yes, according to people that are already retired, because they like to say that happiness is like chasing a butterfly. The more you chase it, the less you can get closer to it. Exactly. So we're going to go over 3 ways to have a happier retirement according to according to people that are already retired. Starting with number 1.
Okay.
And that is to spend more money on having fun. A lot of people come on in the offices and they talk with you about retirement, Dad, and they simply just want to be able to enjoy it more than stress on over it.
Yes, think about Retire with Coffee. You know, very often, if you think about it, folks I have the privilege of having conversation with, I encourage them to go and do something a little indulgent, a little decadent, and do it while you're young, maybe 63, 4, 5. Don't wait until you're 80 years old when you may not have the robust good health to enjoy it. Whether you're going to take a Mediterranean cruise and just dine on sumptuous foods in Mykonos or something like that, and amongst the Greek Isles and the calderas, whatever it is, do something a little bit indulgent. Because, you know, I love that Viking commercial. I think the CEO talks about, you know, that experiences and culture and travel truly adds a dimension, a fragrance, I don't want to say elegance, but it really adds a richness to your life. Because at the end of the day, I'd like to believe when I'm on my last breath of life and I reminisce and look back, I'm going to want to do a couple of things. Number 1, polish up memories of places I've been with people I love and really celebrate those highlights, those few indulgences that kind of are defining moments in a life that otherwise is pretty much day to day, week to week. We all forget sometimes the bigger picture. So take advantage of that indulging in the bigger picture every now and then.
Yes, absolutely. Spend a little bit more money on having fun. If you have a dream vacation you've always wanted to take, now is the time to take it because it will help you be happier in retirement. And tip number 2, John, you kind of segued into that already. That is to nurture your personal relationships, because personal relationships are going to be with you right up until the end when it comes to retirement.
No doubt. Listen, personal relationships, be intimate with people you really want to have a commerce of hearts with. You know, for me, amongst other things, I love my son. I love all 4 of my children. My wife, Arlene, and I, though specifically, adore our grandchildren. And naturally, I teased my son-in-law, Tim, the other day, and his daughter's Leah. And I said, Tim, do you know why Leah and I get along so well? And he kind of looked befuddled and he said, well, no, not really. I said, because we have a common enemy. Papa J and little Leah, we have a common enemy, Tim, and if you don't know who that is, it must be you. You got it? But I really do think Tim's a great young man, but hey, listen, not nice enough and not good enough for my daughter Kristen, just saying. Probably most fathers hold that similar sentiment. But at the end of the day, spend time with people you care about. Nurture those relationships. It takes time to do that, but time could never be more well spent than investing in the relationships with the people you most love and care about.
Yes, John is absolutely right. The 3rd tip to have a happier retirement, according to people that are already retired, is to
join in the party.
Yes, is to do all you can to maintain your health, because if you don't maintain your health, it's a lot harder to get healthy once you've let it slip away. And long-term care and health care becomes some of the biggest costs in retirement.
No doubt.
So you got to maintain your health. That is tip number 3 to have a happier retirement.
Yes, take good care of your health and get good fitness and exercise in there. Now look at Michael. He's fit as a fiddle. I've got the exact same physique I had 30 years ago. Oh, exactly right. You know, I've got that chiseled pyramid. It used to be wide shoulders with a narrow nap of a waist, and now it's just upside down. My shoulders are slumped and my waist is a little plump. But listen, at the end of the day, I subscribe to Warren Buffett's school of thought. You know, he's 87 and he tap dances into his Omaha, Nebraska office every weekday and loves the work that he does at Berkshire Hathaway. He said, I've never stopped eating like a kid. He goes, I still eat like a 6-year-old. He goes to fast food joints and orders double cheeseburgers with extra pickles and, of course, Heinz ketchup, because he owns Kraft Heinz, amongst other companies. But at the end of the day, he says, listen, I eat what I want when I want, and I enjoy a fullness of life. He subscribes to the thought of doing meaningful work because I think that can make you live longer and add quality to your years. But of course, Michael hits a great point. Get some good fresh air every day. Get out and get an aerobic exercise going on. You know, 20 minutes 3 times a week where your heart rate is 80% of your target heart rate. I think the health on that used to be, or science, Mike, something like if you take 220 and subtract your age, which is 40, if you take 220, subtract 40, that leaves 180. Multiply that by 0.8, and whatever that comes out to, 136 beats per minute heart rate to get up into that aerobic exercise state and obviously really, really build up your stamina. And of course, eat your fruits and vegetables. Don't ever forget those leafy greens, but take good care of your health because there's no point in building up an endowment of wealth and losing your health in the process, because then you just may find the shame of it is you're spending all of your wealth to try to gain back your health.
Yes, absolutely. I agree with Warren Buffett. Do meaningful work all the way into retirement. But if you can couple that with maintaining your health, you never know how far you might go. You might just make it to 100. Like the show below. Yes, make sure, like he said, like the show below.
Like it a lot.
This has been 3 tips to have a happier retirement, according to people that are already retired. Like the show, because I'm going to head on out of here and let John close it on out, and we will be with you on Monday. So have a great weekend, my friends.
You know, my other son, Jonah, was kibitzing with me, and he says, Dad, don't forget to say nurture. Nurture. And I'm wondering, did I get that from Chevy Chase or something, Christmas story? No, I think I created that. You want to have a little nurture in your life. So embrace nurture, folks. And as I get on out of here, my blessings to you and yours for a fabulous holiday season, a hearty Merry Christmas, or wonderful Hanukkah season. And at the end of the day, I always love to finish up our show with my version of the old Irish prayer. May the wind be gently at your back, my friend. May the sun shine warmly on your face. May the misty low road rise up to meet the high road. And until our paths meet again, my friend, may God anoint you with good health, richly bless you, and have a magnificent day. Bye now.